Hi, kids. This is Mr. Scrow from Hillside School, and this video is hopefully going to help you to. Hi, kids. This is Mr. Scrow from Hillside School. I am making this video to help you with your part one section of the final project for medieval music. And so today, this video will cover what to do to receive credit for part one. Part two will be covered next week. So just worry about part one this week. Okay, so the very first thing you're going to need to do is navigate to the Chrome Music Lab. And you can Google search it, the very first link. A lot of you have used Chrome Music Lab before, so that's great. I wanted to get you started here with this. And the experiment, as they call it, is called Songmaker. It has the smiley face there, you see. You'll enter the Songmaker, but I'm going to have you do something different today than you have done in the past. And this is an important step. We're going to be able to open this up and see if you've done this important step. If you have not done it, you're going to make your life a lot more difficult. So I'm going to have you go down to the settings, and this split beats into, I want you to assign a 1 to it. The split beats into 1. That will get rid of eighth notes, which don't exist yet. So you're not going to do an eighth note yet. And so then what that does back in the main screen here is it eliminates an offbeat. So I'll explain that in a little bit. But we have this white section here, the gray section, the white section, and then the gray section again. Those are measures. They're groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do not see 1, 2, 3, 4 across, and then it turns gray, and then another 4, then you need to go back into settings and change this to 1. You want to have that as a 1. So common time is 4 beats per measure. And for our purposes now, and back in medieval times, they did not have meters or 4/4 time signatures or anything. But for our purposes today, I'm checking for understanding that you know how to create a melody that starts and stops on the same note, and that you understand stepwise motion, meaning that the notes are going up and down or staying the same, and they are, whenever they do go up and down, that the notes are traveling by step, not by skip. So just for our purposes today, I'm going to start on the pink, which is just above the blue, the middle blue line. And I started off with that first note, and I have a choice. I could go lower, or I could go higher. I could stay the same. I'm going to go higher. And then I'm going to go lower again, but I'm going by step on each of these. And I'm just going to do up to here, and I'm going to make this a long note. So let's just listen to see what that sounds like, or to hear what it sounds like. And it will just repeat over and over again if you don't stop it. But if I were doing this assignment for myself, and I was a student, then I would be done. That would be it. That would be the melody, and that would receive an A from your teacher if you completed this. The steps are that you started, ended on the same note, and it traveled by stepwise motion, or it stayed the same. I either ascended, descended, or stayed the same. Now, it is possible, I wanted to show you a couple things before you go, that if you wanted to just go back and fix something in the end, you can undo anything that you did, or you could. I just changed it there. So that if you wanted to, you could just click on a note that you've already put in there, and you could put something else. You have to get rid of these. So here's what it sounds like now. I just changed it. All right, so that would also be something that I would accept. Here are some things that you want to avoid. I already talked about if you about making sure that you're going stepwise, starting and ending on the same note, but some other things to avoid. I just entered. Oh, it sounds so pretty, but I will take points off because that is harmony. They did not have harmony at the time of the medieval period, not until the very end. And I'm actually going to talk about harmony and what's called polyphony later in a couple of weeks whenever we do the Renaissance period. So don't do that. That will not show your understanding of medieval music if you write harmony in here. The other thing that I wanted to show you is make sure, I'm going to just erase a couple of notes, that your stepping don't skip around. It's going to sound pretty cool. Yeah, sounds pretty cool, but that's not what the music sounded like from that period of time. Remember, you're telling me what music sounded like during the medieval time. You're showing me your understanding in this project, so make sure that you do that. Okay, so once you have all of your music ready for your teacher, you'll go down to the Save button and you'll copy the link. Once you've copied the link, go into the Google Classroom and to send your teacher a private comment. The private comment on the assignment for the final project part 1 if you send a private comment, your teacher will be able to give you a grade for your assignment. So make sure that you turn in your work. So copy, paste the link into a private comment to your teacher on the Google Classroom for that assignment. And if you have any other questions, you can ask your teacher during class, or you can email them and they'll get back to you. Thank you and good luck.